Hello everyone, welcome back to Morning Shot. And in today's video, Bheki Cele, the Minister of Police, is completely and utterly deranged. Well, everyone absolutely knew that. But yesterday, he held a press conference in Guguletu because Guguletu is experiencing a spate of gangsterism and sort of mass killings. And Action Society, which is an NGO, was present at this press conference, and they were pressing Minister Bheki Cele about his commitment to solving the issues in Guguletu. And let's just say Cele's response was not very good at all. Let's play it in its entirety.
Join human rights battles yesterday. That's why I was sent to prison. That's why I was sent to Robben Island. That's why I lived in the cold water. That's why I ate bad food, because I was fighting for human rights. That's why today we have human rights. Don't teach me about human rights. Don't tell me and tell about the safety of my people. I fought for it. I nearly died for it. I was arrested for it. I was exiled for it. Don't provoke me. Don't talk things that you have studied and you have heard, you have been told about. I've lived this life. I've lived the life of being African. I've lived the life when my mother was called a kitchen girl, when my father was called a garden boy. I've lived that life. And I'm not going to take any nonsense of somebody who regards me as a garden boy today, because you regard me as a garden boy. You come here, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I sat here, I listened to you. I sat here, I listened to you talking nonsense. Listen, it's your time to listen. Sit down and listen, young man. Or get out! Or get out! Get out!
All right, it does carry on another 10 seconds or so, but this man's a mental case, right? And I think, Byron, this is really a significant video because it exemplifies everything to do with the political class in South Africa. When you're tasked with solving an issue and people are, standing up for what they believe is right in terms of safety and in terms of police and in terms of solving crime, your answer to being put under the spotlight is to tell people that you know nothing about whatever human rights because I went to prison for it. I grew up poor and you are the oppressor. And if you talk to me, you must shut the hell up and get out. This is the answer given to a member of the public who is trying to solve a very, very important criminal problem in the Western Cape. What are your thoughts? It's quite gobsmacked. Like, I'm very gobsmacked about this sort of outburst, but tell me what you think.
Yeah. So let's start with the analysis on this. Okay. Primarily, he has the issue with South African politics, and it's a question that has to be asked to Cyril directly, and that is: are these the people that you are putting in charge of portfolios? Because you are putting them in charge of portfolios not based on their competency, but based on their struggle credentials. So, as in who they are to the party, not who they are to the country. Now, no one's going to on this channel is going to go, yeah, well, that's the way that they do. That they don't do things like that. What they typically do is, we all know, it's party first, country second. Understand that.
Always.
We all understand that. The problem that comes in with the ANC is this: their competency is useless. And they know their competency is useless. And whenever you fall back on them and go, why are you unable to do this? The first thing that ever comes up is, one, my struggle credentials. Because if you don't have struggle credentials, you don't get those positions in the first place. They then come and they bring those struggle...
Balula, he's got fuck alls. If you missed to fix it. But other than that, yes, I agree.
Okay, they then bring those struggle credentials to society as if they matter.
Mm.
Like no one here cares. Apartheid ended 26 years ago now. It's like, it's done. Like, okay, we need to get on and fix the problems in the country. But when they don't do it, it's like, let me bring up my struggle credentials. I went to Robben Island. I fought for human rights. What do you know about? And we've seen this with a number of even high ranking police individuals. If you say to them, why are you unable to do it? It's like, well, in apartheid, they did this, and now I do this, and we're so much nicer. Like, we only shoot them now with rubber bullets, not real bullets, like in apartheid. Like, what's apartheid got to do with the price of fish? The
Yeah.
reality is we need to fix a modern problem. But this is endemic of South African politics. The problem comes in that when they see the public are unwilling to go, okay, we will forgive your bullshit and the you unable to do your job, we will forgive it because of your struggle credentials. When they see society is unwilling to take that view, their next response is to shut down debate. And shutting down a debate occurs in two ways. And so I'm going to highlight two things that occurs in that video. The first is the loyal ANC idiots, because they are idiots, all want to make noise. We see this in Parliament when it's like when somebody from an opposition party, whether it be EFF, ANC, who cares? If they make a good point and the ANC is left with egg on their face, you get the big la 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 la. Let's just make loads of fucking noise
Yeah.
and drown out debate. That's what they're doing. They're drowning out debate. It's nothing more than Animal Farm 101, the sheep going, two legs, great. Like, it's just sheep drowning out the noise. The second thing is that they shut down debate by saying, shut up, shut up. We see this in Parliament as well. It's parliamentary habit now from the ANC. Shut up. And when you have a key minister screaming that at a conference, it doesn't look good from a public relations. And therein lies the problem. The minister views himself as a warlord of a fiefdom. He does not need to answer to you. How dare you ask him questions? Whereas the public view him as a servant of the people. He's there to make life for the people better. And when he's there to serve. And when the public go, you're not serving us. There's a problem here. Maybe we can do it better. He does not view it as you giving them engagement and telling them the way things can be better. He views it as you challenging a warlord. And this is not the first time we saw this. We saw this last year when Bheki Cele also addressed a group of farmers in KwaZulu-Natal over farm murders. And when one of the farmers said to him, why are you doing this? Why are you not taking farm murders seriously? He wanted to again give him a big lecture on he must listen to the minister. The minister knows what he's doing. The minister knows best because they don't view themselves as public servants. They view themselves as mini warlords of their fiefdom. And what you then saw is the person, Ian Cameron, got removed from the group. Ian Cameron, a member of Action Society, he was removed from there by police. Was he doing anything illegal that the police could remove him for? Did he break a law?
No.
No. But all you have is the bodyguards of the warlord going, the warlord's upset. We better remove this guy. We don't want to upset our warlord, do we?
Yeah. So I actually do have that video as well. But what's interesting, you have five policemen escorting Ian out of the conference, whatever. But ironically enough, I mean, there's five policemen to protect Bheki Cele whenever he is under threat or under, let's say, political criticism. And there's five policemen there who are, trying to rip his jacket apart and telling him the 2 foot sack and all the rest of it. Whereas those five policemen could actually solve the issue that Ian Cameron wants to be solved in the Western Cape. And what you're having here is a conflation between the state and the executive. So now these police guys who are flipping off Ian Cameron and pulling him apart at the seams think that they are working for the minister when they are not supposed to be working for the minister. It's a completely
Meant
reverse
to
of
be
what
working for
is,
the people.
yeah, it's a complete reversal
Correct.
of what is supposed to happen. And I think this outburst and the fact that Ian was taken out at force is something that's very, very important because I think the ANC, through Bheki Cele, is finding out the patience of the public is thin and they have no way to quell that patience other than through victim blaming and through violence. And I think that's what I
100%.
mean, politics has been about that for the longest time, but I think it's going to be far more evident going forward. Wait till, Cyril is truly heckled somewhere, or wait till, I don't know, some other minister is heckled somewhere. You're just going to see like riot police all the time, saving the minister from
We
public
we
criticism.
get we getting there.
Mm.
We're getting there, which is why the minister now wants to remove firearms for private ownership because he knows when the people rise up, mate, you better run, and he's got nowhere to run. The problem is that the twat in the hat is famous for thinking that somehow he's competent, and everybody knows everything the twat in the hat has touched has been absolutely fucked up royally. And to treat a member of the public like that, let's face it, the only reason Ian Cameron was treated like that was because he was a white boy. And the minister wants to immediately take it to the race position. It isn't that there is actual legitimate issue here with crime in the Western Cape, as there is an issue with crime all around the country. It must be because Ian Cameron is challenging him because he's a black man. It can be under no other reason. The mere fact that Ian Cameron is there representing blacks, white, colors, who cares? He's there representing society as a whole. He doesn't care. He doesn't care because, as far as he's concerned, you've challenged the warlord. And as the warlord, how dare you challenge him? Who do you think you are? Do you not know who he is? He's the warlord in chief. And as you've seen, the police aren't there to serve the public, they are there to serve the minister. And again, we see this right around the country. When Jacob Zuma's got 24/7 protection, mate. The biggest policing budget in the country goes to the parliamentary MPs. The VIP budget is way bigger than SAPS's own budget. The public are not of the interest to the ANC. And until the public en masse realize that the ANC is the enemy of the people, things are not going to get better. As you very rightly say, they are going to get worse. The ANC needs to be removed from power regardless. But it is not enough just to call for the ANC to be removed from power. The ANC needs to be held accountable for this. As
Well,
you have very rightly said on Twitter, kings in the past were beheaded for less. The tolerance of the people is running low.
it is running very low. We'll see where this goes, but I'm actually very happy this happened because it shows an inherent weakness to the ANC. And also, I made this comment a while ago in a video about the ANC is actually very tired of governing. You can see it throughout everything. They just like tired of all this bullshit, right? And Vicky just reached that point where he's like, I'm so tired of this bullshit. I don't care about anyone's safety. I don't care about crime whatsoever. So I'm just going to like act like a toddler who has a tantrum. And it's very indicative of the broader politics around the ANC. Anyway, anything else to add?
All I can say is that public ministers are meant to inspire confidence in people. You meant to view them, they're meant to be talked to them, they're meant to calm you, they're meant to show you, like, don't worry, everything's in hand. Not one person can ever listen to the twat and hat talk and go, crime's under control. We will get there.
Yeah.
And until Cyril grows a pair and fires the useless idiot, which he won't because he needs his vote, nothing more than a voting partner. That's it. He needs his vote for the ANC. But until Cyril grows a pair and fires the useless idiot, nothing's going to improve. And at some point, that twat in the hat is going to be removed by force. It's obvious. It's obvious.
So just quickly before we go, the resemblance is uncanny. I know you can't see it, Byron, but for those who are watching, there's a great meme on Twitter where there's a meme of that guy that says no, and Ian Cameron looks exactly the same in the video. So I fully agree with the notion that Ian Cameron exemplifies the meme of saying no to bullshit. So well done, Ian. Pity I tried to call you earlier to get you on the show, but no stress. Maybe we'll have you for an interview very soon. Thank you for watching, everyone. Do find us later today for the 5 o'clock live stream. It will be linked below. And any questions you might have for that live stream, put them in the comments of the live stream, not the comments of this video, please. The comments of the live stream.
And we would love you all to like, share, and subscribe. Please share this video everywhere. I think it's really important that Action Society's work on this matter be shared, and also the useless idiot of a minister's response to be shared, because that deranged outburst from basically a senior minister who should be in a retirement home needs to be seen by every South African, because these idiots need to disappear fast. We cannot have ministers like this running our country. It's exemplary of everything wrong with this state.
Oh well, hopefully for not much longer. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later, 5 p.m. live
Take it
stream.
easy.
Link below. Cheers. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.